chilly day today, and it seems like there's a lot of actually low clouds and mist around the area. It looks kind of cool actually, as always. And what I read today, sounds like people are still on the edge with drones everywhere. People getting arrested too for apparently flying drones around areas they shouldn't. How about this one? This one says, 2 suspects arrested following hazardous drone operation on Long Island. As it says here, on Saturday, December 14, 2024, at approximately 10:22 p.m., officers from the Boston Police Harbor Patrol Unit arrested 2 individuals identified as 42-year-old Robert Duffy at Charleston and 32-year-old Jeremy Falkig at Bridgewater, Massachusetts. The arrests were made on Long Island, part of the Boston Harbor Islands, following a hazardous drone operation near Logan Airport Airspace. Both suspects face charges of trespassing with additional fines or charges potentially forthcoming. What were they thinking, huh? It says the incident began earlier that evening at 4:30 p.m. when the Boston police officer specializing in real-time crime surveillance detected an unmanned aircraft system operating dangerously close to Logan International Airport, leveraging advanced UAS monitoring technology. The officer identified the drone's location, altitude, flight history, and the operator's position on Long Island. Recognizing the serious risk posed by the drone's proximity to Logan's airspace, additional resources were mobilized. The Boston Police Department coordinated with Homeland Security, the Massachusetts State Police, the Joint Terrorism Task Force, the Federal Communications Commission, and the Logan Airport Air Traffic Control to address the situation. And even though they don't identify these people, like what they were all about and all that, they still took the opportunity to warn recreational flyers, it seems like. It says the Boston Police Department reminds recreational drone operators of the importance of adhering to Federal Aviation Administration safety guidelines. Operators are prohibited from flying drones over people or vehicles and must be aware of airspace restrictions. Even small drones pose significant risk, including the potential for catastrophic damage to airplanes or helicopters. Near collisions can cause pilots to veer off course, putting lives and property at risk. Yeah, well, that theme continues, huh? Always blaming the recreational flyers and everything, it seems like. And as well, it seems like in these cases, when it is recreational flyers, you can go after them so quickly. But when it comes to other stuff like these, quote, mystery drone scenarios and so forth, it just takes forever. You don't know what it is. Kind of weird, huh? And it goes on with the headlines anyways, with the mystery drone stuff, as you know, that's still going. Like this says, mystery drone sightings shut down one of the largest US Air Force bases in the world. So what is going on? And what was kind of interesting, as apparently today, the president-elect in the US, Donald Trump, was asked what he thought about this drone situation, and he kind of implied they know exactly what's going on, like the military and the current president and all that. Just for some reason, in his opinion, they're just not saying anything. It was kind of interesting. You can hear it here.
First of all, good to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Can you comment on the drones that are flying around New Jersey and the ports? And it seems like the American people have a big disconnect.
The government knows what is happening. Look, our military knows where they took off from. If it's a garage, they can go right into that garage. They know where it came from and where it went. And for some reason, they don't want to comment. And I think they'd be better off saying what it is. Our military knows and our president knows. And for some reason, they want to keep people in suspense. I can't imagine it's the enemy, because if it was the enemy, they'd blast it out. Even if they were late, they'd blast it. Something strange is going on. For some reason, they don't want to tell the people. And they should, because the people are really, I mean, they happen to be over Bedminster. Want to know the truth. They're very close to Bedminster. I think maybe I won't spend the weekend in Bedminster.
I think at this point, regardless of whether or not you think it's a regular person, it's something internal, for example, part of the military, it's kind of safe to say where they must know what's going on. It's kind of ridiculous when you think about it, where all this stuff is going in the air and you wouldn't know with all your sophisticated equipment and high-level intelligence, kind of like what's implied. Like that, I would actually believe, where they are fully knowledgeable of what's going on anyways. Now, why this is being done, who knows, and why they're keeping it a secret? Again, your guess is as good as mine in that regards. Maybe it does have something to do with politics with all this weird stuff happening, because here in Canada anyways, for some reason there was so much news about politics today. Apparently people were stepping down, like the finance minister, for example. She released a statement saying here, "Dear Prime Minister, it has been the honor of my life to serve the government working for Canada and Canadians. We have accomplished a lot together. On Friday, you told me you no longer want me to serve as your finance minister and offered me another position in the cabinet. Upon reflection, I have concluded that the only honest and viable path is for me to resign from the cabinet." Yeah, apparently a bunch of people did the same thing in terms of resigning, and a lot of people are asking our prime minister to step down, so they're saying he might resign. Like, what the heck is going on, huh? Although with this person resigning, it doesn't sound like she's getting a lot of support online anyways. A lot of people talking about things, for example, like what happened over the past years, because in relations to finance, people's bank accounts and stuff were frozen during things like the protests and stuff with the shutdowns. And as well, they mentioned things like the WEF and all that. I mean, that's that organization I never even heard of before until all this happened, and it makes you wonder, is everything related in some way? Who knows, but maybe some kind of big change is happening, huh? All right, see you guys later.